Hey guys, Dhesi here, and today I want to go over trade recaps for September 15th and see what I took and how we did. So to start the day, we came back into this demand zone here at this 39.20 level. Pretty much we've been ranging from this for a couple of days, previous bounces. And, we had a really nice rip up here, and then we also started flagging. As you guys can see here, this is a nice little flag. I tried to get filled at the 21 EMA here, but cons ripped too much and I didn't want to chase. And I was like, you know what, we'll just wait until it goes into my next supply zone, which once again is from the last couple days at this 39.60 level. And once we got up there, it was really nice because we started rejecting, and this is where I started looking for puts. So as you guys can see here in the Discord, I said at 705, I said 3900 SPX puts at 260. I got more ads at 215. So we had 705. We had entries right here at 2.6. We had this pop up here, and everyone had limits in. I've been learning limits instead of actually contracts, so people won't be chasing. I think it works way better for alerts, and everyone can have this same fill. Some usually just wait for the lower ads, and they did get this lower ad here at 215. I didn't get full position scale or filled because it happened quick, but I did manage to get average down to 240 as I said here. As you guys can see, this was a perfect ad. Contracts went from 240 to about 3 here. And, this is really good level I was watching. This mini head and shoulder here. However, I had rest of my stops at 220. So I had rest of my stops at 220, and I got stopped out on this move here. They got me here. I was expecting this move down to happen after this candle here at 710. Eventually, ultimately I did not get that move that I wanted. So I cut rest of my contracts near break even. And then we just started absolutely knifing, and this would have been the absolute perfect play. Would have taken it back to my demand zone here. I have it red because it turned into supply. I'll talk about that later. But it was absolutely perfect. It was a great play, and then we just curled off EMA and kept dumping. This was like a really, really good play. A plus setup. We projected supply. We kind of I wanted this head and shoulder to play out to come to downside. We kind of extended, and as I said, if anyone was holding these columns for a plus, I was already out. Still went really green on the play, which was nice because the 2-4 adds, about 30% on SPX. Everyone was pretty happy with this play, and a lot of people did actually end up holding and absolutely bank off this play. As Collins ran 5, 6, whatever they did. So the second play for today was actually a loss. So let me go over why I took the loss. So I took SPY calls, 1-day expiration to buy times. I had ads at 110 and 110 and 100, right? Because I wasn't in full position. I took 396 calls at 745. So let's see what happened at 745. So we're at 745. We're about here, right, in this previous zone. So this was actually green when it was happening because it was still demand zone. So we had this bounce off this lower demand zone here, and around 745, about here, I thought we would break out here. However, I did get trapped. I had this little something like this drawn out. I was like, if we break above, we're gonna have some nice move to the upside. However, I got absolutely faked out, and I took the loss here. I could have managed my risk a little bit more. I took about $1,000 hit from this play. As we just started knifing, my cons got destroyed, and I actually had a slippage on my stop loss as well. I had stops at 90. I didn't get filled to like 82, 83. Very unfortunate. That was on me. It was a bad play. I should have waited for confirmation above the EMAs. Let's see how the 5-minute was looking here. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. The 5-minute, never broke above the 90 EMA. All we did was retest the 90 EMA, and we knifed. So, I took, full responsibility for that play. Just a bad play on my end. But one play, can't determine how your day went. So, going on to the next play, this was a free alert. I alerted SPX Lottos here at 804. Right around here, this is 804. I expected this move to happen. See the upside move here, back up to this previous zone that we just broke under. I expected it to happen here, so I was like, I'm gonna add here. I was gonna take SPX calls here. However, we did have a lot of drawdown, but I was lotto sized. But we averaged here and caught a nice move to the upside. Personally, I had a 75 fill or 75 average, and we got up to 150. I know a lot of people had the 100 average, and we got up to about 145, 150. So it was a nice little lotto play as well. I was like, anyone get the dip, whatever. So, Oops, let me go back here. Just a nice play overall. Good lotto. I wish we didn't knife here because I know contract did get destroyed, but we had this nice move back up. So, as I said, this is why I had this red, right? So we had this rejection of supply zone. We had this EMA curl into downside, and we were gonna have to retest this eventually. So what I do here is I just flip my zone colors, so it's just easier for me to see that I have supply now instead of demand. We got this perfect curl off this, and then we bounce. So this 3900 level, 3904 level, I was watching carefully to see if we had some, if you could catch some plays out of this demand zone. So we had a 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3, and then 4 or 5. As you can see here, we broke under, and then we could reclaim whatever. So going back into this play. So I took calls here. So as you guys can see, SPX 3945 SPX calls at 235 light at 918. So as you guys can see here on this candle right here, I took SPX calls, because we were breaking out of this demand zone, and I was looking for this upside move. However, we began to chop right here, but levels still held, but contracts were getting they're slowing down. So I added some here at 205. I was telling everyone, I did 2.2 average. And then that's when things really started picking up. So around 9:45, we had this nice move up, nice impulse move up to about 350 a contract. Really nice play out of this demand zone. We were just riding above EMAs on the 21 and 9 minute and 21 and 9 EMA. So my target for this play was actually targeting this zone once again around this 29 or the 39.27 level. I did not expect this huge candle up. So I had runners here because Cons already hit 350. That's the only thing I was looking for. And at 10 a.m., we just had these crazy impulse moves up. We had about an 18-point move in about 3 minutes, and we came and these Cons just absolutely ripped. As you guys can see here, these Cons ran to 10. They ran to 11. I think peak was around like 12, maybe 13, something like that. Absolutely crazy play. We caught this entire move to the upside, and I'm really glad that we did, especially after a red play like this. It was a really good bounce back play. And that was it for the premium alerts for today. It was 2 for 3. I alerted puts, and then I took calls again. I took calls here. Got knifed. It was whatever. It happens. It's trading. And then I took calls out of the demand zone once again, and we absolutely ripped. So people were wondering, where we actually bounced off from. This 39.47 level, as you guys see to the previous to the left, this is overnight price action. We had this little zone here. We had some action here. So, it was nice rejection here. It wasn't out of the air or anything. It was a decent level. So I just want to continue what other plays we could have taken, because there's actually another play that I was really eyeing. I just missed my entry. It was actually this play here. So we came and we rejected, we had this little wedge here in this rising wedge like this. I have something like this drawn out in the zone after we rejected the resistance here, and we came down and then started this up channel here. So this channel is also another rising wedge into supply. So I had this channel drawn out into supply. Really good play. You could have I personally play outside of my channels when it does break down. So I would I was trying to get an entry right here. I nitpicked my entry. I tried to get a limit fill when I should have just kind of slapped like the ask or like the mid, because this was a really nice setup. This was a retest of EMAs and also the trend itself, and then we ultimately kept knifing. We broke this 3900 level, and we bounced from this 3890 level. We bounced here one more time. So that was basically my trading day for SPX contracts today. Pretty nice day overall, about a $1,900 day. I did give up some gains toward the end of the day, like I mentioned on Twitter, but nothing to complain about. Pretty good, solid price action day. I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys next time.